Hi, Julia Watts here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have another look at the new Elizabeth Craft Designs Botanical Blend Collection from the Planner Essentials range, designed by Esther. And you will find the new collection over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk for shipping to UK addresses. And you'll also find it at ecraftdesigns.com in the US. If you put discount code Julia Watts Crafts in the discount code box at checkout, you'll get 10% discount on orders over $25. It doesn't have to be the Botanical Blend Collection, it can be any items on their website. Also, you can find it over at ecraftdesigns.eu in the Netherlands for shipping to Europe. And again, you'll find a discount code that you can enter, which is Julia Watts Crafts -EU. Put that in the discount code box at checkout and you'll get 10% discount on orders over €25. So you can see I've got some bits and pieces on my desk here, and I've got this lovely photograph that I found of my dad when he had to do his national service, which would have been in the mid 1950s, and he's looking very handsome. Look at him, amazing photograph this. Not sure what he's doing, he's obviously probably cleaning his belt or something. So I thought I'd pop that in there, and I've just got a photograph of it's to do with I think it's to do with when he was at the end of his national service. So I've just taken a little photograph of that, so I think that fits nicely. So I want to kind of put this into my planner, and I've got some other bits and pieces, and I'll talk you through what I've used as I use them. So I've got a base page here, and I've used papers from, this is card from the new Reminiscence book. This is Reminiscence book 9, and you can see this is the design that I've used in here. I've just got a few papers left in here. You do get the same designs on paper as you do on the card. You've got shades of pinks, greens, you've got this kind of chessboard type design. You've got yellows, you've got lots of botanicals, lots of insects, you've got bits and pieces that you can cut out. I've used quite a lot of my pinks, but that's Reminiscence book 9, which is available now. And my base page I've actually cut out using this one, which is 2280, currently called Page with Large Tab 1, but by the time the collection's released it may have a different name. And this has got lots and lots of different words in it, and I will be using snapshot and story on this particular page, as well as I said the base page. So the base page, obviously you can cut it however you want to, so it can be down at the bottom either way, or it can be at the top either way. And there is another base page 2, which we will then use an element from, and that would be the tab is about there in the center. So anyway, we are going, which way up? We've got to do it this way up because the writing on that side is that way, so we've got to do it like this. And I'm going to do a little bit of stamping in the creamy sort of areas around the edge. I'm going to be putting a pocket on here, but I do want to actually do just a little bit of stamping around. So we're going to use the minis, wherever I put them. Here they are. So this is CS383, which is the minis, which is crammed packed with loads and loads of different useful little stamps. Love this set, and it goes very well with this Botanical Blend collection. So here's my little block. So what are we going to have on here? It's always difficult to find what you want, and I know I've used most of them, so I should be able to find the dirty stamps and just use them. Where are we? Documented. I know I want to use that one, so we use that one as soon as I found it. We're just going to stamp with Nocturne Versafine Clair. I'll probably put these in different places, so we're going to pop that one there. Just hit the camera with my head. There's it documented. I'm hoping that I managed to stamp these straightish. See design. I might end up standing up in a minute so I can see. So that's documented. I've also just spotted captured, which I wanted. There it is. Stand up for this. See if I can get it. Here, I think. A lot of it's going to be covered up, so we're not going to stamp in each area. What else have we got? Family, that's a good one. But he's not on this day. Selfie, Precious. Precious is quite good. Let's have that one. I have Precious down here. Yeah. Probably pressed a little bit too hard on that one. They are tiny stamps, so you don't need to press too hard. And I've done documented. Don't forget, that's quite a good one. Don't forget up here. Documented, don't forget. There's another one called This Story, which I really like. If I can find it. This Story, that's the one. Let's have This Story up here. And I think we just need one on here. I've got a pocket that's going to go on. Let me just see where we're going to go. We're going to go there. So yeah, so we just need something there. That's really bad stamping that. And maybe something just there. I'll talk to you about the pocket in a moment. Best photo, I like that because it is a good photo. And then we are going to just have I'm thinking about filed, but I don't, yeah, let's have filed because that's only a small one, so that will fit and not be hidden. Don't press on it very hard, Julia. Okay. So you can see we've got lots of bits and pieces around the edge, and very, very badly stamped Precious there, but I'm going to try and move past that and not worry about that too much. So that's the minis. Super, 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 super useful. I must find out exactly, because my mum and dad got married in, when did they get married? 1957. So my dad obviously wasn't in the army when they got married. So it must have been before that. I'm not sure if my mum and dad were together before the army or after the army or during the army, but can't ask them now, unfortunately. Right, so that's my what's it thingy. Now we're going to do the pocket. As I said, it's going to go on here. And this pocket is a wonderful, wonderful die set. And it is this one here. It's Mahusive, this pocket. We've got 2279 TN folder. I'm not sure if, again, not sure if the name is going to be that at the end. But we've got, so you've got this design here. So if you cut out this pocket with that inlay in, then you get this. Okay. If you just cut it as it is, you're just going to get a plain pocket. And then what you could do is actually do a mat that will go on top like that. And I have got a mat here. So that would go on top. This would be plain, and that would go, see, it's a little bit smaller, but that would go on top there. Okay, so then you could put another pocket on, and there will be a video to show you how to put a pocket on as well. So it's quite flexible. And you could, if you wanted to, actually cut this, let's take this again. You could, if you wanted to, you could actually take this and actually cut a window out of it, and then put a piece of acetate, and then you behind it, and then you could see through what was actually in your pocket. And then you've also got the numbers 1, 2, 0, and you've got XO, XO. And I am not sure what this die does. This is like 2 lengths here. So that's 2 lines. I don't know, actually. I'll be 100% honest. I don't know what that die does. I don't know what it's for. But I'm sure we'll find out. Esther will tell us. Anyway, that is 2279. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in another piece of craft sheet. And I'm going to remember, I didn't remember before, I'm going to remember to actually fold these the other way for a minute. You can see I've inked around the edges already, and I've used Scorched Timber Distress Oxide. And because I want to stick this to this backer that I've made. And to make the backer so that it's the right size, all I've done is I've drawn around the inside of the die onto my card and cut out. So I'm actually a couple of millimeters in from the cut line. So when I go to stick it on, it will be, you can see it's smaller. So that's how you can get your mat. So as I said, we want to stick this onto here. So the easiest way is to use this glue, which is Sentimental Yours Premium PVA with a built-in brush applicator. And what you do is you brush some onto your craft sheet. You don't need a thick layer. And then, because I folded this back, I can easily just dunk this in, like so. And we can get rid of that. Don't need that now. I'll leave that to dry and then get it off with an acrylic block. And then we will pop this on here. And we give it a chance to dry. And we just clean off the glue around the edge where I might have picked some up. And we just give it a couple of seconds to dry before we actually pop it onto our page. So we get on with something else while we're doing it. So I've got this tag, and this tag is cut using 2055, which is the large, sorry, the tab 4 with tags, and this is the largest tag in the set. And again, it's out of the papers that you get from the Botanical Blend. I really love this. I think it goes well with the theme really well. I've got a topper here, and this is cut using the other base page set, which is 2281 page with large tab 2. And it's this largest one that I've cut. And as you can see, there's just 2 holes. But what I've done is I've folded it, and then I've used my crocodile to actually cut through the 5mm size to cut through, because that's how I want to use it. So, you know, your die cuts and your dies and your stamps are meant to be however you want them to be. So let's get this glued on, which is the front. This is the front. And it fits perfectly to go over this slit here. So we can pop that down in the middle-ish. Try and get that lined up on the edge. And then we do the other side. Obviously, putting the other side on hides this here on this side as well. And you could stamp on this area here. I haven't yet stamped on there, but I should really. Maybe we'll do it. So we could have, where's the minis again? Minis, 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 minis. What have I done with them? I put them somewhere. How can I lose something that I've just used? Oh, if we find them, we'll use them. But you can actually stamp there. I think that's very annoying, actually. What could I do with them? How can I lose a stamp set? Oh. Honestly, I drive myself mad. Absolutely mad. Is it there? No. Is it there? No. I don't know why I'm still looking. There they are. I think I might do that best photo because I think it is the best photo. Where's my little block on there? It is. I'm going to stand up to do this so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I think on the back, we put documented. That's what we put on the back. love this stamp set. Here's my bit of what's it tissue. I'm just gonna spend this half hour or hour just looking for stuff, aren't I? Right, now for further reference, I'm putting these back in my box of dies that we're using, so you can tell me that's where they are. Right, so that's that. And we are going to grab, where is that? There it is. I've got a little frame here. And this is cut, again, using this other base page, 2281. So it's this specimen card here. And I've inked around the edges, and that's going to go on top of the photograph of my dad. And I printed the photograph out to 6.4 by 5.4 centimetres, just for your information. I do need to just snip off a teeny tiny bit on the corner because of that there. And we're going to pop this on here. And if my glue is still wet. Drop it in there. Don't know if it's wet enough. Looks like it. Over here like so. Such a handsome young man. Just clean off that glue there. And I want to make sure that I fit these on properly. So this is just going to go down here. It's more of an embellishment than anything else that we need to read. Then we are going to pop our picture of my dad. And got these little bits here. Let's dab off some of that. Let's just make sure we've got that in there. So I have got space to put something else there if I wanted to. Which I might do afterwards. We're going to put this down here. Like that. And then I've got, remember this, the base page that the page has been cut out of. We've got all these words here. So I've got the word story. Got a little bag of words here. And here's story. And we're just going to pop that here like that. we're going to use the outer piece rather than the inner piece. So I'm just going to get my little book, which is from Mama Makes. And I'm just going to take all my inner bits out so I can use them as a separate piece later on. I find it easier to take the inner bits out. I need that. And then peel away the outside. So the R and the O don't want to behave properly, so we'll do that. And keep that. So this colour card I felt coordinated well. It's actually called Warm Sand, and it's Warm Stone, sorry, and it's from Sentimentally Yours. So we have Story just here, like so. Oh, bent that bit. And then we're going to pop our O in the middle. And we need the middle of the R as well. See if I can get that straight. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let me just keep these out just in case. Do I want that? No, I don't need that. I don't need that. We do need the R. Pop that there. So that's ready for me to use later on. So here's my tag. So I'm just going to pop a couple of reinforcers on the top. And I thought some grey ones might work nicely. With this, because it's sort of a greyish photograph rather than black for a change. That's where we're at. I mean, definitely could put something there. Have I got anything already cut out? Let's have a look. Something that would actually fit. Oh, we could have the word photo. I bet that would fit. Let's have a look. Yes, it should do. Let's have a look. Let's fetch it out. Oh no, I haven't. Oh well, we could overlap it a wee bit. Because sometimes it's nice to overlap. Let's go for it. I would like it straight though. Straight would be good. There we go. And then what we're going to do with this one, actually, it is a slightly different colour to that, but that's all right. This one we're going to actually pop in the inner letters, just because we're overlapping. So you can see these are the bits that spell the word. I love it when things change, and I change my mind. And so now we can put in the inner bits for the O, and we need the inner bit for the P, and the inner bit for the other O. There we go. So we've got photo and story. I quite like it different. I might change my mind afterwards, but that's the front of my tag. Right, let's crack on. Let's get the pocket on, and then it can be setting while we do the back of the tag. That's nice and glued now, so we can fold these back, and we're going to glue this on here. Use red liner tape if you prefer. I do actually prefer glue, because glue you can kind of move a wee bit, but it is permanent. Not too much though. There's probably a bit too much on there. I might take some of that off. And we want it because you've got lines from the actual paper. You want to try and make sure you get it straight. You need to have it down there. And we still want to see the word that we actually stamped. Right, I think we're straight. We look pretty straight. And we can see it, not see it on the back. Right, so I'm going to pop that underneath my mat, because it's got some MDF on it, and that hopefully will bond that for me. So let's work on the back of this tag. So, oh, we will put 2 reinforcers on there as well. Bits for that. More reinforcers there. Right. Oh, we need to do some stamping as well. But we'll put these 2 reinforcers on first. Another pair of grey ones. These videos always take longer than I expect. I don't know why. I don't know why I think they should be quick. Because, you know, certainly doing pages in your planner is not quick, even if you've prepped it, especially when you go off at tangents. Right, so we're going to pop that on there. And that one. I keep on getting glue off my finger on it, which is very annoying. Okay. So I've cut, remember this, where is it? Where's my die? Where's my big die? Right, so we've got, remember we've got this big die here, which can be a mat. And it can go, obviously, on the front of your pocket, but it actually fits on this big tag as well, which I think is fabulous, so you can make a pocket on your tag. So we're going to do a little bit more stamping on this. This is just one of the papers rather than card. I probably would have gone card if I'd have had enough left, but I haven't. Oh, stuff everywhere. Right. I'm going to pop it in here just so I get it right. So I might want to stamp a second time. And I'm just going to line it up. It's more for pressure more than anything else. So we're going to go into CS41. No, we're not. We're going to go into CS420, Best Kind of Days. That's what we're using. I'll show you the postage stamps in a minute. Right, so we're going to have Live a Good Story, because it's all about the story about the fact that my dad did his national service, and he was actually a chef doing his national service. I don't know if he ever fired a gun, because I never asked him. I should have done, really. But at least I knew he was a chef. That's something I did know. all these questions, you know, if your parents are still alive, ask them questions about their past. And, you know, if you've not got a very good memory, write it down. Because once you don't have them anymore, you can't ask them. And it's very sad not to have the complete story. Unfortunately, his brother's dead as well, so I can't even ask his brother. I'm going to go, am I going to go again? No, I'm happy with it as it is, actually. We're just going to have it like that. Then we're also going to just stamp something along here. Don't know what you call that bit of a pocket, but that bit of the pocket anyway. So we've also got this, a fraction of a life documented. That's perfect as well. There we go. Have that along here. Pick that up. It's a lot easier when the stamp's been used before because they're not quite so sticky, and so your paper doesn't move. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Good, good, good. Happy with that. Oh, let's not put it over there because I won't be able to find it. Clean that off. So as I said, this is from CS383 Best Kind of Days. And this one's got days of the week as well, and I have actually stamped this one out already and cut it out, and we're going to, oh, I forgot to use that. We won't be using that. I know what that's for now. We did something different. Oh well, I've got one to use for something else now. I will tell you the plan, which I've forgotten. What am I like? What am I like? So the plan was to just chop off some of this photo so it was only about that big, and I was going to tuck it underneath there, so it was going to be on that side of my dad. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I've got to say I've got that to use for something else. Oh, we do want to put, where's my little packet? I've got some teeny tiny reinforcers. These are from Box Envelope, which I don't have next to me at the minute. See those teeny tiny reinforcers? And they were for the little tags and things that were in the Box Envelope set. But they are absolutely perfect to use. I need to get that little tiny bit out. To use as a reinforcer for this. And it just finishes it off and makes it look a bit more professional. Right, that's that. What am I doing with that now? Carry. Right, so that's my little tiny reinforcers. So we're going to pop this, once again edged with Scorched timber. We're just going to glue this here, but it's going to be a pocket, so we do want to only glue 3 sides. and it is paper, so you don't want very much glue at all. Just a thin line. Around 3 sides. Okay. Pick it up with this side. Try not to smudge the stamping, and we try and pop it on so it's even, nice and straight. See, that fits perfectly right up to the top. Okay, so and in this pocket we're going to put another tag. So I've just got a little bit, of this left over, and this, you can see it backs onto this. Yeah, this one, where has it gone? Oh, it's under here. This one backs onto green, but this one backed onto script. This one's a little bit more grungy than this one was, and you can see these are slightly smaller squares. But it is smaller than that as well. Oh, that is the one, yeah. So anyway, it's still the same kind of design. Did I not want another thingy down there? I wanted some glue down there as well, didn't I? Oh, let's get some glue down there and see if we can stick it. So we do want glue down 3 sides, so we do want glue down there as well. Sorry. So obviously don't do it now, do it before. And we're going to pop that back under the stick. Right. How many times am I going to forget to do something? So we've got another tag here. Have I got a tag topper? I should. Oh, there it is. Right. Okay. So again, this is with the tab 4 with tags, and we've got a tag topper here which we're going to pop on, which is from the same set. The little tag like that doesn't actually hide the holes on this one. It doesn't quite fit, but it's not meant to, and it's nice to have a mix of toppers anyway. This on here. I'll just hold that for a second or two because this is cut out of card. And you can see with this, I wanted to do a bit of writing on it, but I can't do writing on it if it's like this. So what I've done is I've taken one of the papers and I've cut a note pieces out of it. Let me just... I've cut a note pieces out of it, and oh, I haven't got my note pieces. I'll write down the number. It's not available anymore, unfortunately, but I thought I could do my journaling on that. So we just glue this down. A little bit just along the edge. I'm going to pop it down this way. Just a little bit from the edge, like so. Ooh, you would move, wouldn't you? I don't know, it's quite close to the edge. Oh well. Okay. Then we've got a postage stamp, and there is a separate video that shows you how I do these, and it's being cut using the postage stamp strip dies, And then I have stamped in some of these stamps, and it's which is that one. It's got the Tree of Life on it, which is one of the images from the Card Lab collection, and it's CS418 Postage stamps 3, and I've used Scorched timber before I've actually stamped this. So this will go here somewhere. I think I'll write this on so I know exactly what I want to do. So, oh, I was going to stamp something as well. Where are we? Where's my minis? Now, I put my minis back in here. I told you that, didn't I? Did I put them back in here? Yes, I did. I wanted to stamp. Remember this. Where is it? Remember, that's what I wanted. See, it's such a useful little step, this. Let's just put it on that way. There we go. Nocturne again. Stand up so I get it straight. So we'll stamp remember. There. Off. Have I mentioned how much I love this mini stamp set? It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Okie dokie, so yes, I was going to write on here. So for his national service, my dad was a chef in the army. Okay, so I've got that there. Then we're going to put, do you remember I've got the inside of my story? Where is it? In here somewhere, yes. I've got my inside of my story that I can use. So we are going to put, make sure it fits. I think I'm going to put it on the opposite way round. So we're going to have, go back to front, hopefully get it on straight. So you get a two for when you cut these words out. Brilliant. I don't know if the S's are at the top and the bottom. Okay, there we've got story. I've also got, what have I got? I need, where's my bits? Here's my bits. I've got an XOXO. I need to take this out, as always. That's coming out as it is. That's very handy. This one, yeah. That's very handy. I want to put an XOXO down the bottom. I'm going to put that kind of Tree of Life there. A little bit that's not required there. XOXO. Like so. And then we're going to put We want the inny bit of the O. Do need that. And we want the other, that's going with that. I need this bit. That's going with that. I'm going to use this in a minute. So I've got just a little bit more decoration to do on the big pocket, which should be nicely stuck now. Now I've actually done it properly. XOXO, and then we're going to pop this on here. So it's optional to put the kind of inny bit on, like I did with the photo on the big tag. So many different looks that you can get from these words. So we're going to just pop that there like that, I think. Okay, so that's that tag. So we just need to add some twine. So we've got a little bit of twine here. Where's my scissors? Okay. And this is going to go in here. So we know that that's the back of this one. And then we'll add a bit more twine to this. Like so. And then we'll grab our pocket, which is nicely stuck now and all down, and then this is going to go in here. Need to go over the fold there. There we go, it's in. And then we're just going to finish by decorating this. So we want our other XOXO. I did cut another story out. Why did I cut another story out? Well, I've got a black story here, so if I want to actually fill in the story on here, then I can do. So we're going to go XOXO. We want the outline of this one. It's very handy when the whole letters come out. That one hasn't. This in my book. The O's have. The O's have it. The X's don't. It depends on your card as well sometimes. Peel this off. Where's that other bit? There's the bits that are in the gap here. I need to get that out. Push it through, Julia. This is the Elizabeth Craft Designs double-sided adhesive, and I've been using the I think it's 2.5 inch roll. I'm not going to worry about that bit of glue that's come off my finger there, because I'm going to be sticking the other bits in. So we're going to have XOXO along the edge here, like so. We're not going to fill in yet, we're going to put in our grey bits. Oh, get off my finger. These little bits drive me nuts. Right, so let's get our other bits in. Get off me. And we put, that's an O, so that's going to go there. And we've got another O here. I probably should have used a different colour, but I think we're all right. And we'll have the X. Fabulous. I think the grey and the sort of stone colour and the black go really well with the army theme. I'll deal with those two O's when I've finished. So these are the Ineos, for want of a better description of them. So we could actually, let's take, can I get rid of that? Yes. I'll get rid of that. Right, we'll do something slightly different with this one, just to show you a different way that you can actually use these. Because obviously we can see through the O to whatever was underneath, but what you can do is you can take the fallout pieces and you can pop those in the centre like so, and that gives you a different look to without. As I said, there's lots of different ways that you can use these. I think they're going to be super popular, obviously because it's on the base page as well. So right, so we've also got I want snapshot down here, and this is white cold actually. Let's see if we can just speed this up. I'm so sorry this is taking ages. I seem to be doing quite a few 1-hour videos with this collection. The prep takes me ages as well, so do take ages when you do a page. I do, I take absolutely ages. So snap and shot are all joined together, so we've got to pick out all the bits. Okay, at least we're on the second line now. Come here. H. We've got 3 lines of the O, so the inners come out. Let's just pop that there for a minute on my craft sheet, because it'll come off my craft sheet nicely. Right, so we're ready for it now. So that's there. Right, we've got some solid bits we've got to poke out as well. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. They come off your fingers a lot easier when they've got something to stick to. Make a pile of them. So this is going to go down in this bottom right corner. Like so. I don't know why I chose white. No idea. So now we just need to take the inny bits out of the black one and pop them in so that it pops. So we've got black on the outside here, but we've got black on the inside here. But they fit perfectly, and it just pops when you've got your different colours. Let's put that up there. I need my inny bit from my eye. Don't need that bit. I need that bit. And you could, I don't think I'm going to fill in on this one. I don't know, I haven't made my mind up yet. What are we on? P. Oh, on this one. This one. P. Snap. Let's put that up there. And that. Yes. Nearly there. Just need reinforcers on my page and then we are done. Snap. Shot. Another O. Oh, that one's coming out nicely. And the T. So we need, what do we need? We need the inside of the P. It's here. And we need the inside of the bottom O. Well, there's only one O on here. Like that. So the question is, do we want to fill that in? I don't think I'm going to. I like the difference between the two. So you'd be relieved to know that. Put those there. We'll just pop some reinforcers on. Have I got enough of those? Do I want to put black? I think I'm going to put black on the actual page itself. So, and I think we're going to, I could stamp down here as well. I think I did originally. Should we finish it off? We will take, there's this number here which is quite cool. Might as well do it, hadn't I? Which is like that, just in case I swipe pocket. So it says number 9361.0. So it could be like a service number, you know, like their tags that they have. I don't know if they do. Anyway, we just need reinforcers. So let's just put some of the little black ones on, because we know that they're small and they're not going to interfere with the pocket. Finish off. So I hope you found this useful. I don't know if you've managed to watch the whole lot in one go, because it is an hour and a bit. So I do apologise. Just when you think, oh, it'll only be half an hour, then an hour goes by. So I do apologise. last one. Oh, losing my voice. There we go. There's our last one there. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. I do have my original one actually with me, because I'm copying these to go in my planner, because the rest are going off to Elizabeth Craft Designs. And while I have them, I can show you my originals. So you can see this is slightly different because I've used one of the lined cards. That goes in there like that. That's slightly different orientation because I put a picture of my dad. Oh, and I've stamped on there as well. I might add that afterwards, or I might not. And then it goes in there like that. So those are my two almost identical pages. Let's drop them down a wee bit. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's been useful. As I said, you'll find the products over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. You'll also find them over at ecraftdesigns.com, and there is a full list of what I've used in the description of this video. You'll also find them at ecraftdesigns.eu. Do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I do love to read your comments. Lots of videos on there and lots more to come. Thank you for watching.